Good morning, everyone. My name is BUI. I'm from BUI, and let me tell you a story first. When I was in secondary school, my teacher once asked my class this question: which cognitive faculty do you hate to lose most? Most of the answers were sight, hearing, or more interesting, some can say, is the sense of fashion or the sense of humor. But almost no one mentioned language. Language has been considered such a unique human gift that we often take it for granted. Language, no, exactly. Languages have this strong power about which most of us don't really comprehend. And now, if you are still kept in doubt about how powerful and magical languages are, I will show you how languages open the world for me, for you, for us. Helen Keller, unfortunately, became deafblind after an illness when she was only 19 months old. Growing up and having no ideas about the existence of what is called a language, she was isolated inside her own internal world, where there was only hopelessness and anger. Now, if you put yourself in Helen's shoes, and you can imagine how frightening your life could be. You could be like a lonely entity trying to escape from your own isolated internal world in vain because you had no key. There's only one way to get the key, I'm sure, it's the language. When we were born, languages didn't make any sense to us. We were only able to shout or cry when we wanted to express that we were hungry. At that time, we were locked inside a dark room. Virtually, we established the ability of language to express our thoughts, our feelings, and our demands. We finally get the key to open the door of our mind. But it's not enough yet. We interact more and more with the others through language. It's language connection that introduces us new people, new concepts, new experiences, and new cultures. Languages take us from our biological body to the cultural society, and as our happiness open our world more and more. And in case you don't know, Helen Keller's world was opened when she was taught about a system of hand sight and finally got to know how to speak. After that, she became a successful and inspirational lecturer, activist, and author during the 19th century. But you also need to know one more fact that there are not just one language existing in the world. Approximately 6,500 languages are being spoken every day. And I hope this video will make some sense to you guys. It basically means that in our mind, there are thousands of doors waiting for thousands of keys. And the more doors you can open, the more you can enlarge your world. I will give you some amazing numbers. You guys are fluent in Vietnamese. It means you can interact with over 90 million people, and your world covers a length of over 331,000 square kilometers. What if you know Chinese as well? Then your list will be increased with over 16% of the world population. Isn't that magical? And if you know English, the international language, then I can say that the world can be in your hand. Conclusively, knowing language gives us the keys to open the doors of our mind. Using language to interact with the others gives us a way to society. But mastering more than just one language gives us a chance to keep opening our world more and more. I do find languages so powerful and magical, and now if there's anyone asking me which cognitive faculty do I hate to lose most, of course, my answer will be my ability to learn languages. Thank you for listening.
Can you give an example how it has opened the world specifically for you? Is there any special connection that you have made, being able to master
Actually, I have learned English for about 3 years. Before I came to English, I was people who hasn't had the confidence. And then English comes to me, I become more confident, and I can enlarge my social network more. Through English, I can interact with the people beyond the border of our country. And now I'm so proud to say that I have countries from Thailand, Laos, and even French. And it's how language opened the world for me through the language interaction.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for going first. It's always difficult to go first, and you had lots of energy, so thank you. In your speech, you said Helen Keller's world was open when she was taught a system of hand sight. Can you explain very quickly what is hand sight and how do you see with your hands?
Actually, I read this story through the internet, and it's really amazing story. Helen Keller couldn't interact with the others because she didn't know any aspect of the language. So one day, miracle comes. The teacher Annie Sullivan come to help her, and she taught her a system of hand sight. That means you create sound or you touch your hand in the hand of Helen Keller, and through what she can feel through the hand, and she can understand what you are trying to say. It's a system of hand sight.
Thank you very much.
Sorry, in the interest of time, usually we only ask 1 or 2 questions, but just to follow up on Joe's question, to say I love you using hand sight, please could you demonstrate?
I will give a simple example of hand sight. Can you